Greetings everyone and welcome back to Brotato for another run. Now today I'm feeling in a bit of a spoopy mood, so we're going to go with the Ghost. The Ghost has a plus 10 damage with ethereal weapons, plus 30% dodge right from the get-go, and dodge is capped at 90%. But to pay for all of this awesomeness, you've got a minus 100 armor. That means we're going to take a wallop load of damage whenever we do get hit. We can start with a number of ethereal weapons, and the way the ethereal weapons work is that for every 20 enemies, so that number decreases with the level of the weapon, so the tier of the weapon, sorry, you will get a stat. So the scepter gives you HP, the axe gives you damage, and the flint gives you attack speed. I don't really mind, we could just go with random, but the early waves are going to be the easier waves, so going with the melee early on is probably a good way to go. And I think I would like to be able to attack more often rather than do more damage, so we're going to grab the Ghost Flint. Now, we have at danger level 3 out of 5, and I see no reason not to go ahead and try danger level 3. This is going to give us new enemies. Inflation is higher. That means that objects are going to start costing more in the shops faster, and enemies are just generally stronger. So, okay, let's see what we can do. Now, early on, we're going to really rely on getting our enemies to cluster up and then take them out with a couple of choice stabs from our flint here. Whoa, that was a little bit tight there, but we managed to get a couple of hits, and we've already increased our attack speed by 1%. Nothing really jumping out to me here. Luck I will take, though. Luck I will take. And we've already got a Ghost Scepter. Nice. Okay, so we'll grab that. Now, the way that Ethereal stacks is the more Ethereal items, the better dodge and also minus armor. Now, there is one thing to be aware about this, is these are not tracking kills by you. They're tracking kills by that individual item. It doesn't matter whether you've got multiples of the same type of weapon or different ethereal weapons. If I had 3 Ghost Flints, each Ghost Flint would be tracking the kills, just in the same way that right now the Scepter and the Flint are both tracking their individual kills. So they are going to start competing with each other, which, as you can imagine, is not exactly what you want. Ooh. Now, I would drop my speed a little bit, but removing 10% of my enemy's speed is probably going to be a very good one, so we're going to grab that. Sure. Now, the thing to know about the Scepter and the Flint, the Scepter is a ranged weapon, so early on, we're going to be taking enemies out well outside the range of my melee weapons to get kills. So we've probably nixed the Flint getting kills for a little while. That being said, letting things cluster up, because the Flint goes straight through them, rather than only hitting the first one in the group. 15% chance to deal damage. I'm actually going to recycle this because this build is going to stack based on how much free level ups we can get from our weapons. So I really don't want anything getting kills other than our ghost weapons. We also could do with some regeneration, speed, dodge. All of these things are pretty good. Well, let's go for speed, though. I think... Oh, wow. Getting all of the different ethereal weapons right from the get-go. This, I mean, it's both a blessing and a curse in a way, if I'm perfectly honest, because they are now going to really, really start competing. But okay, we've got each one of the weapons, which means that the next, I guess, tier 1 ethereal weapon we get will be able to be combined. Now, the way I would recommend using ethereal weapons is not just filling out your collection of weapons first, which is usually the way I would play. With ethereal weapons, because as they level up, they get more favorable kill rates. Like, you'll get a stat up for less kills. It makes more sense to try and upgrade them as you get them, as quickly as you can, and then only once you've fully upgraded them, or you can't combine any, do you allow them to start stacking. But even then, you know, you might want to choose against it. Now we can go for harvesting, speed here. Both are useful. I guess we'll go for speed. Oh, a level 2 Ghost Flint straight away. Lifesteal minus harvesting. I mean, no, I don't think we're going to go for lifesteal. Harvesting instead of melee damage, I think, is good enough that we will take, though. Let's get some harvesting starting to snowball. Right, I very much dislike these, the long-range aliens there. However, thanks to the scepter, they're not going to be as difficult as they would otherwise be if this was a pure melee build. They can be a little bit of a potch. Also, we've got those floating, what look like elephant heads. Although I am killing them a little bit too fast for you to see how they work, they will, in fact, spew out projectiles whenever they take damage. So they kind of got to be wiped out reasonably quickly. You can't trust getting in close and attacking them because they may end up causing you damage as a consequence. Taking the melee damage and the plus crit for a loss of HP, considering I'm going to be stacking that naturally, I think that's a reasonable get. I'm going to re-roll these though. Damage isn't too bad. I will go for the HP regeneration though. Ooh. Now I'm guaranteed to get a level 2 here of something. Attack speed. We'll go with the harvesting. I think that would be the better option there. I'm not going to take the alien worm because I do kind of rely on recoverables. I would like to. I'd like to build up a luck build so that we get a lot of those. Plus 20% dodge while standing still. I don't intend to be stood still. We're going to go with the... Well, actually, we're going to go grab both of these. Now, the Ghost Flint in particular is very useful because I can double combine those. And then we can combine these. There we go. So we've got something that will stack every 20 kills, something that will stack every 18 kills, and something that will stack every 16 kills. Very, very good. No point in spending the rest there. I don't think I would have any... nearly enough money to be able to buy anything that would be in the shop following that. Hello there. That was a fairly aggressive group just charging straight at me. Now, getting the timing right with the axe is going to be absolutely essential because when that does happen at the right time, you'll cut a huge swath through the enemies. The flint is more of a stabbing weapon, but even still, that can have its moments. But let's get these enemies to cluster up, and then a big old swing of the axe can get a quick damage up increase fairly consistently. There we go. Beautiful. I should have gone for the tree, though. I feel a little bit sad for not having gotten that. We're going to grab the 5 luck, I think. Right. Melee damage, and again, dropping HP and getting some more crit chance. Not a bad trade with this build. 8% chance to heal 1 HP when picking up material. I don't mind that one, sure. We can probably try one more reroll. Yes, okay, that one wasn't too bad. We'll take it. I will grab these items just to stack them for later upgrades. Hello everyone, there we go. Let's continue to grab up all of the material. Those plus 2s letting me know that we left some on the ground and I'm getting the double pickup now to compensate for that. But we're no longer killing as reliably as we used to, and that's worrisome. Definitely need to increase our damage output soon, and that's what the axe is here for. Let's continue to circle around. It is a little bit more risky, but letting the enemies really stack up like this allows us to sustainably get those stat ups, and that is what we're going to rely on. But a single hit right now could end me. Let's go for the luck and the regeneration next. Very nice. Okay, we got some good upgrades there. Let's combine you and then combine these two. There we are. Now we need a low-level Ghost Scepter and a blue tier Ghost Axe. The experience gain would be very nice. That's for 60. I think we'll edge away from that one. Max HP, melee damage, armor, dodge. Honestly, this one's just a solid one because we want to be stacking dodge. Armor doesn't really matter because, you know, getting over this negative 100 armor hump is always going to be a problem for us. I guess you could if you really dedicated yourself to it. And if you could get 90% dodge and not have negative armor, you would be a ridiculous tank. But right now, just getting the dodge was worth it for that pickup there. Right, let's see what we can do. Wave 7 is not a bad wave overall. Lots of trash tier mobs. What I would really love right now is a gentle alien. to increase the amount of enemies that we get per wave, because this build is all about the it's quantity over the quality of the enemies that we take out, really. I just want more of them. Also, you need to not be there because you can heal, please and thank you very much for getting out of there. Right, let's try not to tempt fate. While I do have high dodge, let's not need to use it. It's cool to have dodge and not require it than to just be using it willy-nilly and then find that, oh, actually it didn't happen when I was expecting it to, and instead I took a face load of damage that I was hoping to avoid. But I really need all of that killed. Oh, that was risky. I literally just threw myself into that, but it did pay off. We'll recycle the cog. Don't we need that for what we're doing? More speed, always a good thing. Dropping dodge. Increasing the amount of damage we do is always good. Dropping dodge, though. I think we will. Plus 20% pickup range is pretty solid. I'm not going to spend the rest of the money, though. We're going to hang tight. All right, wave 8. If we can get to wave 9, that's going to be a kind of our cash crop of kills. No, not really the right term, really, but I find that wave 9 is a pretty solid wave to get a lot of nice and comfy kills, because the mobs that spawn at the beginning of that wave, very easy to kite. They're a very reliable source of kills, and again, for this build, where getting those kills is absolutely paramount. More so than usual, because we're really not building the same sort of staying power that we would otherwise have. It is going to be the run builder or ender, really, depending on how well that wave goes. Lots of high damage enemies in here that I'm very, very, very much afraid of getting caught by. Still need to get those kills. Only 27 HP though. That's not good. No, I'm not going to drop 4 dodge. That would be silly. However, I will take 9 max health points. Yeah, sure. We'll drop 2 damage for the luck. That's an absolutely reasonable exchange. 15% piercing doesn't... Well, I mean, I guess it would... Well, no. We don't have any piercing weapons, so it really wouldn't help. Oh, my lord. Well. So that was definitely something. I will lock in the Ghost Flint. We'll see if we can get another one. Okay, so far, lots of purple tier weapons. No red tier yet. No tier 4s. But I suspect we're well on our way to getting one. Now, if luck can start snowballing, that would be grand. Right now, we are... we're doing okay, but I feel that we are not getting the kind of snowballing effect on our damage output that we really need to see through to the end of this run. Right now, I think I would put our survival chances at like 50-50, if that. Still, we've gained a lot of stats in this particular wave alone, which I'm very happy for, but taking a little bit too much damage there. Hubris. No, not now, Hubris, please. No. And these enemies are particularly scary. Let's risk it for a biscuit. We need those kills. Oh, that was definitely risking it, because if the wrong damage had been applied, or rather if we just hadn't dodged, that would have been pretty rough. There is no reason to turn down the dangerous button. Absolutely zero reason to turn them down. We're going to re-roll this, though. 10 luck, I will accept. I will take 4, I'm sure. Okay, we'll grab the melee damage. Right, okay, so first and foremost, let's grab you. Let's grab... Oh, I will grab you in a second, sorry. Combine, there we go. And then grab the flint. And now, it is a case of deciding what we increase. Sure, I'll grab the melee damage bonus there. Oh, dropping armor by a little bit in exchange for a lot of dodge. Definitely... Nice. 20 materials when you pick up a crate in exchange for 1 speed. See no reason not to go for that exchange. Okay. Now, generally speaking, I would prefer to only have 1 scepter and the rest be melee weapons, just because the scepter kind of well, it doesn't so much out-damage the melee weapons, but it has more opportunity to get the kills. So only having 1 of those soaking up kills from far away would be ideal, and then just have you know, an entire set of 5 melee weapons then to hopefully get the melee procs. Probably evenly split between damage and attack speed, honestly. Though as you get later on, damage probably matters a bit more than attack speed. Still, I am pretty happy with getting increasingly large amounts of attack speed. Let's be honest, that is going to help us out in the long run. Oh my lord, that dodge is doing some work right now. Okay, it stopped doing work the moment I drew attention to it. Damn it! Schrodinger's dodge! Ah, that was particularly unkind. Okay, let's grab that tree. Okay, I really should have just jumped straight through the middle of them right towards the end there. Seeing if I could have survived, I would have gotten a couple of stat ups. But melee and range damage down. That's fine in exchange for a little bit more harvesting, a little bit more dodge. Yes, okay, so we're up to 73% dodge now. I could take that a little bit higher. I could increase my range. I'm going to reroll. 10 luck is definitely worth it. I am not locking my HP this early on. No, not with this particular build. The armor and dodge in exchange for max HP, absolutely worth it. Up to 79 dodge now. And armor is still only just a little bit worse off than minus 100, which is kind of impressive. Ooh, here we go. Our first top tier item. There we are. We've got a Ghost Scepter, tier 4. Every 12 enemies will get us an increase there. I could now sacrifice the range in exchange for damage. I'm not going to drop luck regardless. I could grab you. No, I don't think it's worth it. Wandering Bot, very useful. There's no point in taking anything that relies on standing still. We're just not going to be standing still. The defective steroids, I guess we'll grab that, sure. Alright, let's go on. Now, I'm glad that it was the Scepter that got that tier 4 level up, because now we just won't take another Scepter. Not unless it's the only one that drops and it's like already either a tier 3 or a tier 4. At that point, it would be silly not to take it. But other than that, I'm going to focus on trying to replace that slot with another melee weapon if I can. Let's swing through, grab a couple of chonky kills there, though our enemies are speeding up, which is a problem. I've got to try and take them down before they get too many upgrades to their speed. That being said, if I allow the trash mobs to gather in sufficient numbers, they'll end up just choking their options to move through, and so it won't matter how fast they are at that point. We do need to just grab a couple of kills there. Ooh, took a nasty hit. Managed to get a couple of kills though, to be fair. Thinned out that herd very aggressively. And that's where having a very high level of dodge comes in. Enemy speed increase in exchange for maximum HP. Sure, I'll take it. Ooh, 9 dodge. Beautiful. 82. We only need 5 more dodge. Alright, we'll take the Wandering Bot. Let's see. Well, Wisdom isn't actually terrible. Because Wisdom, while it's going to reduce my overall damage at the start, doesn't matter, we're still going to be positive damage. However, in a long run, that specifically the boss runs, that will make us incredibly dangerous towards the end. In a regular wave, it'll more or less even out just a little bit towards the very end of the wave. But in the boss wave, which is much longer, that's really going to start to do work. Okay, let's see what we've got. There we go. Wandering Bot is on the field for a second there, seeing the little blue X show up on the map. I was like, oh no, did I buy a turret? No, my build ruined. But no, it was Wandering Bot, giving me a moment of panic. There we are. And we should swoop down. I can't believe we haven't found a lumberjack's outfit to be able to take out those trees quickly. How very undappling of us. Okay, let's swoop down. Trying to prioritize the faster enemies. I'm really trying not to get hung up on the really big tanky enemies, because again, my build is focused on getting lots of kills, and the longer I have to take out a single enemy, the worse things are going for us. That was glorious. Need more healing as a consequence of picking up material, because then I can be much more aggressive just running through the center of groups like that. Okay, not terrible. We did increase reasonably. Don't need Piers. That's never going to be useful for us. Oh, more dodge. Okay. That takes us all the way up to the 90. Now we can, in fact, lose a little bit of dodge and still be going strong. All right, that was glorious. Double glorious. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Let's combine these as well. Now, don't want to drop the enemies. That would be bad. Increasing my... increasing the overall speed in exchange for range, that's fine. That candle would otherwise be amazing. No, we don't want the baby. Dropping 3 luck in exchange for 2 HP regeneration. Right now, my HP regeneration is kind of bad. I guess we'll take the Ghost Flint. If only because if we get one more Ghost Flint now, at that level, one more trash tier Ghost Flint, that feels so bad. Trash tier because you're not amazing. Basically, if you're not perfect, you're trash. But if we can get one more of the lowest tier of Ghost Flint, now we can just do a combo chain all the way up to having a level 4 Ghost Flint. So that seems to be a fair object to take. Now with a 90% dodge, we can really afford to just swoop through here and clean up. At this stage, gaining more dodge is no longer useful for us, but what would be useful is taking the edge off the armor penalty that we've got. If we could just make it so that we wouldn't necessarily immediately die if we took any hit at all, that would be glorious. Because, of course, the boss hits like a truck full of trucks, and if you've already got a massive damage malus, or rather... well, yeah, I guess it is, incoming damage malus. Then that effect is only going to be worse. Knockback, not bad, actually. We'll definitely take that. Luck, yep. I see no reason not to grab luck. Dropping damage a little bit for that. The Ghost Scepter, would rather not take that one, honestly. -2 damage when you take... no. I'm going to say no. 1 armor, -2 speed, sure. We've got the piggy bank, I guess. Isn't really that useful this late. Well, no, actually, we'll definitely take it. I think that will pay for itself in time. All right, let's see what we can do. Now, the introduction of my least favorite enemy. We'll see if we can keep their numbers low, but that will become increasingly difficult as time goes on. And the more bullets on the screen, the more dodging that I'm doing, the more chance for a dodge to fail. Generally, it's just a rough time. I prefer it to just have to dodge enemy bodies rather than enemy bullets. If that is possible, then I would deeply appreciate it. Ooh, took a bit more damage than I'm comfortable with. I would very, very much like to get a little bit more... took another bullet to the face there. Would very much like to get some more trees and the ability to take trees out a little bit fast. Ouch, yeah, 28 damage from a single bullet is rough times to be us, honestly. Ooh, and there's a lot of bullets now. Let's just bank on the dodge. It is helping, but ooh, that took a lot of health from us. Honestly, taking the armor here makes sense, and losing a little bit of HP. The dodge doesn't matter, but it does now mean that we can afford to lose some dodge, so, there is that. -8 luck. That's a rough one. But 10% speed. Alright, I'll take it. Grab the consumables. We want more pickup range, sure. Leave a little bit in the piggy bank. Or rather, for the piggy bank to multiply for us. Okay, that isn't too bad, and the extra pickup range means we don't necessarily need to throw ourselves into the worst possible positions just on the odds of getting a health pickup. That being said, I immediately throw myself through loads of damage in order to get health pickups. Shush. Okay. Like I've said many times before, I'm not the smartest man, I don't claim to be. Though I need to take you guys out because, oh my lord, so many bullets, so many attempts to dodge, so many opportunities for dodge to fail. Much sadness. Oh, what I wouldn't give for a material to healing pickup conversion, that would just be gloriousness right now. I'm just going to throw myself through the middle and rely on dodge to keep me alive. There is a small window of opportunity. I believe you do have some iframes when you take damage, so it isn't actually as terrifyingly bad to just hurl myself through the massive swarm of enemies as it might initially look. I mean, I'll take it. There's no reason not to. Okay, taking the HP down. Oh, there you are. What have you been up to now, you scoundrel? Right, Ghost Flint, let's get you two combined. There we are. And then maximum tier Flint. Perfect. We will take the Ghost Axe level 3. That's silly to leave behind. Also take a reroll, might as well. No, I don't think we're going to pick that up. I mean, I've already got the flint there, but I'm not going to grab that axe. I don't think it's necessary for us. Right now, I'm fairly happy. We've got tier 4 of all of the ethereal weapons, which is a pretty nice place to be. Let's try and take out the enemies that are buffing. There we go. And just continue to thin the herd wherever we possibly can. There we go. Actually, not doing a bad job of it either. Very, very nice. I don't know what the gimmick is on the enemies with the kind of the fin there, the almost aquatic looking ones. Whether they are just, you know, exactly what they are. They move reasonably fast. They do seem to have a bit of a speed buff, or if there is a gimmick that I've just not noticed for them. Regardless, though, our stats are getting quite nice. We're up to 102 health now, and, well, we took a little bit of damage there, going right to the middle. Probably going to do that again in a second. No, we're doing okay, up to 103. Perfect. Let's take out the buffers. Ah! Oh, my lord, I thought I died. That gave me a moment of pause. Right, okay, I don't want to start with 1 HP. My regeneration is kind of garbage, if you haven't noticed. We do need to get that better. Crit chance, not really great. Still, it wouldn't be an awful thing, but it's just not a very useful one for me right now. Let's see. Statue, plus 25%. No, I don't need anything that gives me attack speed. I will lock in handcuffs, though. Not going to drop my regen. Will take this over the luck. Reroll again. This is very expensive. I'm going to take it. I know, but I'm going to take it. We regen faster than 1 health per second now, so I'm just going to have to rely on my 90 dodge to get me out of the way of badness and sadness as quickly as possible. It's already starting to top things up. The beginning of the wave is always relatively slow, so this is just my opportunity to get that regen doing some work, topping me back up, and then once that's all done, we will be in a much better position for the longer wave. So basically I'm grabbing that for the boss wave. Much the same as locking in the handcuffs. That is a tactical lock, and that was a tactical pickup. Earlier on, I think that would have been a worse grab for me, but we're already at full health at this point, and now we've still got that massive regen buff. So that's going to be with us until the end of the level. And I've been noticing that once things start going a bit sideways with a couple of bad dodges, then it's pretty hard for me to recover and get back to full health. So that regen is hopefully going to mitigate some of that issue. Let's continue to swing through, get as many of these kills as we can while I've got some time to do it. There we go. Lots of buffs. Got 106 maximum HP now. Damage is pretty nice. And attack speed is 74. We're not going to grab this because I just don't need the dodge anymore. And harvesting this late isn't really going to benefit us. I will take the baby gecko, though. I see no reason not to there. I'll take the luck, sure. We're going to lock in handcuffs again. We're going to just keep that locked in. No, I'm not going to lose the regen there. That would be silly. Don't need that. Losing 1 armor for that isn't a problem, actually. The Ghost Flint. Oh, fantastic. We can actually combine those. I wasn't thinking that we were going to get the chance to. Don't need anything else. Another Ghost Axe. Not the worst option. Sure. We'll grab it. Keeping a little bit besides then for piggy bank. Let's try and avoid taking... Ooh, you've got horned helmets. That frightens me a little bit. You're already really fast, and you're getting buffs. Let's not allow that to accumulate, shall we? Just need to rely on dodge to do its thing. And I need to thin out the buffers. There we go. Perfect. All right, not terrible. Definitely could go sideways at any moment, so I can't afford to, hubris is always an enemy. It's an especially bad enemy for me, but it's always an enemy. So right now things look comfortable, but I can't take my eyes off the prize. Otherwise, this could all go sideways in the blink of an eye, frankly. Especially if I'm being... As much as I was just talking about hubris, let me just rub my face on all of the enemies. Nothing bad could possibly happen. Ah, my lord. There we go. Good amount of damage up there. 15 luck as well. Very nice indeed. Let's lock you in once again. Regeneration in exchange for luck. Absolutely worth it. The wings... Oh, gonna lock you in as well. Gonna take another wandering boss. Yes. Okay. Don't have much more money in reserve, but 3 wandering bots at this point. That should do a very good bit of work on slowing down our enemies. That should help out enormously. Let's make sure that you've gone down. There we are. Just swoop through. Thank you very much. There we go. The fact that we are now... Oh, that hurt. We are now able to get a couple of those trees down nice and fast. It's starting to work out for us. That took ages for us to get the lumberjack's shirt. I'm not used to it taking that long, honestly. Oh my lord, that regen is really starting to pay for itself. I honestly, as much as it is a risk, it sounds risky to start the wave with 50% health. There are a few times that I can think that regen is not going to pay for itself. Especially with a ghost build, because, you're relying on not taking damage whilst doing stupid stuff anyway. There we go. Let's see where we're sat now. Up to 111% extra damage, 126 HP, and 92% attack speed. I will definitely take some more regen. Thank you very much indeed. And once again, sure, I don't see a reason not to. This is wave 20, so we need to take both of these. So handcuffs, thank you. At this point, I could drop the scepter if I wanted to, and if I'm presented with something particularly good, I might. I'm at 103 dodge, so I could. I could have gone for the alloy, but and I was really close to calling that Aloy. That being said, I could have dropped this for 116. Damn it! I should have thought of that. Silly me. That being said, having this at this point, I don't think it really matters. But I could have sold that in order to pick up the alloy. That wouldn't have been a bad move. But I think we may as well just jump into it at this point. All right then. Hello over there. Now, our damage is reasonably high. Do we want to go with Hubris and try and take you out? I'm actually on board with that. Let's see what we can do. We'll see if we can actually take out the enemy boss rather than simply survive the enemy boss. This is the height of Hubris, considering I was just saying don't tempt Hubris. A bit silly of me, I guess, but here we are. We've already got you down fairly low, considering we've still got a long while to go, and every 5 seconds I'm becoming 5% more dangerous. I think we might actually be able to do this. That being said, I may have just completely damned the run, but we're getting increasingly dangerous right now. No, stick with me. Thank you very much. Thank you very much indeed. Oh, that's a bad place to be. Let's try and stick close, but let's not be silly about it. Just because I'm doing well right now does not mean I will continue to do well if I hurl myself at a wall of damage. But I think the odds are ever in our favor. Katniss would be very proud. There we go. And we've unlocked a new damage level. Beautiful. Okay, so our weapon loadout for this ghostly run was Ghost Scepter level 4, Ghost Axe level 4, Ghost Flint level 4, Ghost Axe level 3, and then a Flint and an Axe at level 2. We have also unlocked the Masochist. Plus 5% damage when you take damage until the end of the wave. 10 max HP, 20 HP regeneration, and 8 armor, but minus 100% damage. Ouch! So you really do need to get beaten up in order to become absolutely crazily powerful. This unlocks danger level 4 though. New enemies appear, inflation is higher, enemies are stronger, and enemies drop less materials. Oh, that's garbage. Disapprove. Oh, I can't see what our regeneration was giving us. We were up to 23, so quite a decent regen there. We actually managed to finish it with more armor than we started, which is kind of impressive when you think about it, considering we got up to 103 dodge out of 90. I'm pretty happy with that one, but I hope you enjoyed. I've got to be honest, I had a lot of fun playing with the ghost run there, and I'm pretty happy to have unlocked a new difficulty level. Do let me know if you would like to see what danger level 4 is. You know how to do it. You just boop those lovely buttons down below and or leave a comment to let me know that you're interested. But with that all said and done, thank you very much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you in the next one. But until then, do take care.